How's everyone doing in chat? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I hope you're all doing well. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good USA. Just wanted to say that last part because I thought it would sound like a talk host, a radio talk host.
Hey, Parker. Oh, fine, dude. Fine.
How's everyone doing? Welcome in. Come on now, make way, fella. Fella. You are a dullard. That is known. Oh, now. It is what it is.
For the horses themselves get registered with the state, so we make a very, very honest flat rate profit on each of the horses. It makes doing the math and the finances a lot easier. We'll be looking at opening the sales again at the end of the week. A lot of people seem to think that Saturday is horse day. However, it is not. It's just
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Sturgis Mclainy. I'm 55 years old. I've been running caravans my entire life. It's always going to say that line to kind of get me back into the voice. I had a long night of drinking last night, and kind of got to wake that dust off.
You want paying, you get back to it.
James Lancer, welcome in on the road again. Episode 2 coming soon. I haven't started episode 2, but I need to. Hey, what's up, Bob Bevington? I got a lot of footage. If I get too far ahead of myself, I'll just take time on a Wednesday to do a bunch of editing. I might even do a bunch of editing tonight. I will do a bunch of editing tonight. I need to. Yeah, it'd be cool, but we'll see how he interacts with, like, other outlaws down the road.
You know, I'm sure I saw the sheriff leave Mrs. Hafferty's home early this morning. Yeah, all quiet like.
Yeah, that don't surprise me none.
Anyway,
do meat in this box. So we got cooked. We're over here. Bird. Small game meat.
Go on, back to what I pay you for.
Cleaning up the wagon. It is a right mess. There it is. I was like, am I blind as a bat? Okay. Alright, getting back to our meat box. I think that's for food. Red raspberries are for food.
All right now,
Coffee.
break's over.
Bird meat. Razzleberries. Some more bird meat. Venison. Chicken. Carrots. Stringy meat.
Damn boss is breathing down my neck, trying to get blood from a stone.
Well, it ain't the first time.
buddies came to town last week. Tried to convince me to hit the road with them.
No way.
Should I put the herbs we'll use for cooking in here too? Ryder would love to hit a caravan like this size. It'd be great for his boys to have their bellies fed all the time. This box will be herbs. This will be our herb box. I think we're going to try to get a lot sold today.
Is that Sturgis?
It is. Who's speaking?
Ah, Evie.
Oh, Evie, how are you?
Is something going on in town? There's a bunch of people lined up in town in the middle of the road.
I have not the idea. I've been over here organizing these boxes and all that.
Yep. I totally looked at you, Sturgis, and the certain side of me looked at you and thought, oh, I wonder what's in that wagon.
What's in them boxes?
Lord, keep them thoughts to yourself, woman.
I know. I turned a new leaf, Sturgis. That ain't me anymore, but that's definitely him.
That's concerning to hear, to be honest with you. As long as you don't make ill of me and mine, I don't have any problems.
No. It's just the thought, like, ooh.
Often the thoughts
Listen, once you've
are
done things
rivaled
for
by
so
the
long-
devil.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I am the devil on some people's shoulder. So.
What were you asking before I interrupted you?
I know, just asking how you're doing, what you're up to.
I'm doing
I'm
well.
not going to be about for too long tonight, but let's see how it goes. Maybe my friend here can tag along for a little bit longer than I can. But
I could definitely
need
use an extra
some
gun as
company.
well and some help, that's
Yeah.
for sure. About to sell a
I have
bunch
it on
of
my
supplies.
wagon. It's on the way to that place that we're camping at. I didn't move it yet.
All right, well, I'm not sure where we're going to be just
Please,
yet next, but I'll let you know through Telegram.
Okay. Oh, I'm talking about now. If you want some company right now, you can.
I can surely use it,
Hang out
that's
a
for
little bit.
sure.
Yeah.
Douglas is always welcome. He's been helpful. And I'm going to buy a new wagon in Blackwater today is the plan.
Okay, you want it cheaper? Because I'm a blacksmith and I work in Blackwater.
I would
There's no
like,
blacksmith there now.
well, I'll be
I can
headed,
sell it to you.
I would like, that's where I'm headed next, and I'm going to get a chuck wagon too. That's what I'm looking at.
Perfect. I will sell you one.
All right, then. Let me just put these
I'll
away.
sell it you a little cheaper as well. How about that?
I like a good deal.
Perfect. I'll get it to you as cheap as I can, as long as my boss is still making a bit of profit. I'll just not take any payment for it in that sense.
Well,
So I'll cut my profit out of it so you get it cheaper.
I appreciate
So I want
that.
you to have it. I mean,
And,
if you'd have brought me the materials, I'd have just made it for you, but I wouldn't have said how much. You know, I wouldn't tell my boss that I made one. Essentially, I'd just give him the money back for the materials.
you should
Oh, mind
always.
you would have been using the materials. So. Where did my
I
friend go?
appreciate the thought, but you should always keep your boss in the loop. Because you understand, I'm an employer as
Oh,
well.
my boss doesn't mind. He don't mind. He don't care. If I'm making something for somebody that's a friend and they bring the materials, he don't give a shit.
All right, I know he's a friendly individual. He gave me a real good deal, so I can believe it. So I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. I mean, shit. I made a little 2-seater cart for myself, but he only charged me $100 just for the materials, and they're like $300 wagons.
Yeah, that's a deal.
And that's because I was using the materials, you know.
I have too many hides in here. I gotta start selling them.
I'm a little worried that Douglas has walked off somewhere. I don't see him. I'm gonna check the telegram real quick just to see if he's in there.
All right, I'll be here a moment longer.
I did. I was getting worried that somebody picked you up.
All right, everything's nice and organized the way I like it. We got some.
Just would you do me one favor?
What would that be?
Would you just make sure your wheels are on properly? Make sure the horses are hitched.
I see the reins are a bit tangled here. I'll get on that.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Making sure the horses are good. Perfect.
I hope we have enough daylight to get most of the way there.
I don't think we should. Yeah. I think we got time. Worst case, I have lantern.
I don't tend to travel at night.
No.
Shlomo, thank you for being subscribed to Prime, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I always look forward to being back on the road again. One moment.
Yeah, it's good.
how to adjust my belt.
Sorry for being a little wary and have my gun out, but it's for two reasons. One, for the wagon, and two, for him sitting behind me.
Well, I tell you this, Evie, and I've said it before, but sometimes I feel like I ought to say things again. As long as your problems do not become my problems, I don't see to have none issues with anything then.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't be your problems, I promise. I'd ride off. They'd have to chase me down. They wouldn't become your problems.
Well, I hope that's the case, but you don't know what's in the mind of some folks on occasion. Grudges and all that.
Well,
But I won't
already
go
had a
assuming
yellow match
either.
with the deputies today, so we'll see how that goes. They have some friends, Sturgis, that I used to rely on, and they relied on me. And obviously, I've changed and turned a new leaf a little bit, but they're still my friends, and I still help them out in some ways. You know, making them stews, making sure they're fed. And fortunately, today, the law seemed to just trudge through our camp and took what they wanted. They took a very personal photograph that belonged to one of the boys that was of his daddy who died, and a few other things that they took. But they also took one of my friends from there and arrested her for God knows what. And yeah, no, it's not been a great day. So I went to the sheriff's office in Blackwater and demanded that they return what they took, and a couple other things. And yeah, I might have not been the nicest person at the end of the day.
I tell you one thing. The sheriff's out there, good intentions or bad. It is what it is, because folks out there, they believe that they are higher on things on occasion, and I only look to one law, and that's God's law. And out here on the roads,
Yeah.
freedom is what counts the most. As long as you ain't infringing on others' freedoms, then I think none shall have a problem, as I see it.
No, we're just out there living at that camp, and you know they come in and do what they want, take what they want, and honestly, them taking things that don't belong to them, don't that make them thieves?
It does. The thing about the law is that I like what they are trying to do, but in the end, men are temptable. And then they make bad choices, but when you have so much power over people, you can be blinded by that power. Now, when the law comes along and saves my ass, I am thankful, of course. But at the same time, I cannot go on relying on the law to reach out to me on the range. The arm just does not reach as far as it should, or would.
Not at all.
So I have to take my safety and my kin's safety into account out here. And sometimes folks have to make the hard calls, the right calls, if you can see them.
Oop, I'm gonna slow up here because I can see another wagon. He's gonna want to cross.
I want you to know, though, Evie and Douglas, I am not one to judge all too hard. But I'm still
I've done some
wary.
terrible things, Sturgis, but trying to be better, trying to do some good. It's very hard to
Yeah.
change who you are. He's trying to change too, but his demons just seem to keep following him.
Well, if the pair of you stick around in the fresh air, in the freedom of traveling the range with me and mine, I think you folks will have time to clear your heads and your consciences and figure out how you make amends with your own hearts.
I think so too.
Yeah. Not all of us chose the life that we live, you know?
I know folks sometimes are thrusted in as a test of some sort. Not everyone is given a fair cut out here. It's just the way the world is.
Yeah. There's always forgiveness, but it's whether you can forgive yourself at the end of the day. And whether you want to make that change. Because there's only one person in the world that can change how you are, and that's you.
That you are right about. I find it entertaining out here on the road. Folks say how dangerous, and there is a danger to this lifestyle that is true. But me riding the way I do and the company I keep usually keeps me safe. Now, there are ne'er-do-wells out there who will throw caution to the wind and let greed or ambition take over. I'm aware of that, but that is not every man or woman.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not everybody, but there's a good portion of people that applies to.
And always a goodly portion, you're right about that. But when folks give me, especially the law, give me trouble for saying, you should move your wagon, you're parked too close to the road. Folks might come on through and cause you harm. I said, at the same time, those folks might become unlucky when you come on through on the same busy road. I feel safe on a busy road.
Yeah. I feel pretty safe most of the time. I did get robbed today, though, Sturgis. I was in Blackwater, right in the middle of the street. 4 people.
Right in the middle of the goddamn street.
You never know
Fine.
when
Yeah.
anything will happen.
Nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to shake her down.
You'd think the people in St. Denis would be made of money. Clearly not. They needed my guns. That's okay, though. I'd rather them take my guns than shoot me.
Your life is much more important than a piece of iron.
Yeah, they tried robbing Kurt, too, because I was with Kurt talking to him. And they were outside harassing him, and he told them to fuck off and rode away, but they then turned around and said, well, lady, it's about to be your bad day. So, Kurt did come back and was going to miss him, but they threatened to shoot me, so he stayed back. I told him it was fine, just let them do what they're doing.
I'm sure as hell glad that Kurt did come back for you. The story was a bit worrying about his morals and all for a moment.
Yeah. I think he expected me to ride with him, but he didn't really quite tell me. Oh, sorry. I'm getting in the way of your horses there. Don't know if he didn't seem like he wanted me to follow him at that moment. I don't know if that was just me or not, but I guess maybe I'm also a little bit stubborn because I'm not used to being robbed or how many people know me here, but I guess these people don't even know me either, so.
It is quite funny that those folks were brazen enough to do it in the broad daylight in the middle of town. I bet there was plenty of looky-loos watching out and getting a description of those individuals.
Yeah, I mean, they were wearing bright white fucking clothes, Sturgis. Bright white. They sounded like they're from St. Denis, and there's one lady just wearing a full white dress. Oh, no. I don't think it'd be too... They weren't even wearing masks, or just didn't even have bananas on or anything.
Brazen, they are. And not everyone is born a bright individual as well.
No. I think I was kind of lucky for brains. I'm a little clever sometimes.
As long as it gets you out of trouble and then you stay out of trouble. That's when you ought to
Yeah.
use your brains then.
Thing is, Sturgis, is I've done a great many bad things. But I've only been arrested for a couple of them.
I don't think that's something to brag about. Not being arrested for only a couple of them.
Probably.
I tell you now, I don't see no glory in that kind of lifestyle, nor do I find humor in it much either.
There is indeed no glory, just suffering and loss. Much what it is. But sometimes that path can lead you to better things. Lead you to either change or lead you to a newfound thinking. Maybe even lead you to a new person. You never know.
I couldn't say, but I'd take your word on it.
This fella's been following us for a very long time.
This is a common trail. I would not be surprised if he's headed on his way to Valentine. Besides, one fella ain't gonna try much against three, I imagine. Unless he was just as brazen as those folks back in Blackwater you spoke of.
Perhaps. You never know.
We shall see what they are.
After I buy this wagon, I'll have to return back towards Rhodes to make sure I can get Jody. He doesn't have a horse very often, and he tends to walk places.
Oh. Okay.
I always thought that would be an interesting way of traveling, but it must take forever to get someplace.
And he'll leave your feet sure as hell sore. I know what it's like as well.
Yeah.
Well, I think the sun is just about down now it's past the mountains. If I find a good spot here shortly, I think we'll call a camp.
Alrighty.
I don't like trotting in the dark and risking my horses or a wagon wheel to a sudden, unfortunate accident.
Yeah. It's a little foggy here too.
Somewhere flat should suffice if I see one I like well enough.
Alrighty. Keep my eyes peeled for a flat spot. That's if I can say anything through this fog.
Somewhere near here. To the left, down the ridge.
Yep, sounds good. You know where those horses are? Okay, good spots. What? Let me see if I can reach up there and tie this up there. There we go.
Some water right there if you need any.
Perfect, thank you.
Some liquor if anyone's interested.
Beautiful. I got a cigarette for now, so I should be good.
I look forward to getting the Chuck 2, though. It has more space for folks to sit and so on, and if folks need a place to sleep because they pecker-headed about buying their own rollout, then they have a place to lay down, I think.
Absolutely.
It's a real shame to lose someone to a scorpion sting or a rattlesnake bite. It's just not the way to go.
No. No, it's not. Definitely better being up high, because then they ain't gonna crawl out of the grass and come try and find a little home
Scorpions.
underneath you.
Scorpions
And
ain't
then you
much of a big thing out here, though. I'd say more about snakes. Snakes are your issue. Copperheads
the
and whatnot.
scorpions in the west and stuff. So.
It just depends where you're at. Heartland sure does have scorpions, I can tell you that. You get more out towards Lemoyne, you see less of them. Then out in the swamp that way, it's just too wet. Scorpions like a nice dry climate from what I can tell from my travels.
Mm-hmm. In the swamps, it's all the frogs and the alligators.
You just choose one evil for a new.
Yeah, snakes. I hear if you got your bedroll, if you put a rope around your bedroll, make it like a circle or so, it keeps the snakes away. Even helps if you give it more an aroma.
I heard that as well. Things we ought to try then.
Yeah. Kurt was telling me that he came back after we went to sleep. Some fellas up on the ridge. Is that last night? Maybe the night before? I'm not sure. I've slipped since.
Yeah, the folks who came down the ridge and gave us quite the good scare after you had gone on and left to sleep.
Yeah, Kurt wasn't sure if they'd grabbed us before he went to sleep, so he mentioned that he'd come to check on us. And, yeah, everything was fine though. We were sleeping. Completely slept through it. Honestly, I heard the rumble of horses, but then I completely passed out.
I'd see them come down the hillside there towards the camp with haste of mind, it seemed, and I wanted to be sure to let the folks know so they weren't surprised none. So I ran down that hill as quick as I could.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you guys got out of there. I wouldn't have liked to have needed to sleep, and then you guys end up getting ransacked by some cretins in the dark.
They were looking for someone, but it wasn't us.
Interesting.
Well, at least they didn't want to bother none good folk none. I hope that was the case and hope it remains the case. I don't know who those folks were. I didn't feel it was right or polite or the time to ask, considering how many there were of guns drawn. Or
Yeah, I
guns
don't
in
think I would
hand.
have been asking questions.
Yeah. At least that fog dissipated so we can see when people ride up on us.
Always good. A lot of folks have been taking curiosity in me lately. Kurt says I have some newfound fans out there. Just a bit too shy to talk to me none or something. And followed by a few individuals such as an Angus and others. They want work, they gotta prove it. And if they can't do
Yeah.
nothing good, I won't have it then.
No. Well, I've been enjoying trying to help out a little bit. I know I'm not always around Sturgis, but when I can be, it's nice to be here.
I appreciate that you have an extra wagon to make things just a
Yeah.
bit more safer for us when we circle up. I know we'll have two now, and this caravan can be considered a caravan then for sure. A one-wagon caravan is no caravan at all, but I like to make sure I speak the words so they come true eventually, as I see it.
Do you have a wagon, Mr. Douglas?
I do not. I've been thinking about getting one, though. Just gotta get some money for
Well,
it.
perhaps at some point we'll go get the materials for it. How about that?
Sounds like a
Well,
good old
maybe.
show.
Perfect. And then Mr. Douglas here can be riding the wagon too.
The more the merrier, but the thing is I prefer to own as many as I can so that when I put things away, I can reliably get them back again, such as camping supplies, ammunition, and other things. But extra wagons coming up for a circle up, always welcome. Safety in numbers and gives us cover, especially out in the middle of nowhere. Not much they can do then.
Well, seeing as he don't have one, I mean, it's always handy to have a wagon regardless. So it's probably not a bad idea. I think I need to make myself another wagon at some point too, because it's making me a little nervous now that all these bankers are getting a little privy in the banks, and
What do you mean by
makes
this?
me worried. Well, they seemingly have organized things a little better behind closed doors, and I guess their filing systems. I don't know. Maybe somebody smarter has gone and helped them organize it a little bit. So now I guess they can see all your ins and outs, your whatever you put in there, that kind of thing. Whatever whatever cash you put in, they can check when you did that. They'll write it all down, and yeah. So if the law wanted to check up on your spending activities, they probably could a lot easier than what they used to. Because I mean, a lot of things used to get lost before. Now it don't. It's easier to hide your expenses and your comings and goings before.
Well, I think I might ought to start keeping my money in a sock.
Well, the thing is, Mr. Sturgis, is I was a little smart to that. I don't have a lot of money, but my money I keep in assets. So for every $100 I might have, I have a gold bar for that. Because I know that there's a certain fella out there that buys gold bars for $100. I have gems that are worth hundreds of dollars. You know, I have diamonds that are worth about 600 or 700 each. I have multiple amplitudes of stuff.
I did
Heck, I even
discover
bought a.
the value in those pretty little gems recently.
Oh yeah, I buy those gems, Sturgis. By the way, so if you do need to sell any, I will buy them from you.
Well, I know where to sell them to, so I think I'll get
Perfect.
my money's worth that way.
Of course. Oh, good. I just offer that service for folks that perhaps don't know where he is. So I'll take maybe a few dollars off just for my travels of going and doing it myself.
I was surprised how much he was willing to give for a shiny rock like that, and that's what paid for this next wagon. I'd been out in the
What
mines just for a little bit.
what rock was it? Out of curiosity.
I sold an emerald, a sapphire, and jade.
Oh yeah, they're not bad. Emeralds are about 205, the sapphires are 200, and the jade is about 112, I think.
I believe
remember.
the sapphire was 300.
Sapphire was no, really.
One of them surprised me
Sapphires are
when I
too.
saw $300 for one of them, and the rest were under 200 or about 200.
I wonder if he's up the price that he pays for sapphire. See, because that he paid me 200 last time for that.
Who knows? It's
Interesting.
the first time I ever done business with the fella.
Maybe he undercut me. Well, shit, he might do that from time
Maybe.
to time. Interesting.
But in the process of trying to make some extra cash for the rest of the caravan, I discovered that copper bars and iron bars are all worth but nothing these days.
No, they're like 30, 40, 50 cents at most, depending on which one.
No, I tried selling them, bunches of them, but every blacksmith had too many because folks went out there for the
Yeah.
rush of gems, and they figured they'd just give away the other things they didn't want for free.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Ruin the
I-
economy
yeah,
on that material.
a little bit. Just a little. I'm not surprised that there's not many gems left in those mines because they've dug them all out.
I wouldn't be surprised. Lucky the 3 I found, but I don't think I'm gonna not spend too much time doing that again. There's a lot of work.
Yeah, for a little reward.
It was more than I thought I was gonna get, but the fact that I have to move so much material that doesn't do me any good now. If I spent an hour in there and I got nothing out of it, then it would be a waste. I'd say I gambled without knowing it and came out lucky. That's how I see it.
Interesting. Have you still got this stuff? Are you still trying to sell it?
Oh, I already sold it to the fella.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I was gonna say I'll buy it off of you if not, if you still had it.
That's why I'm headed to Blackwater to buy a wagon from you, because I have money now.
Perfect. Yeah, sometimes I make my own like horseshoes and stuff because I don't really care too much. So if I get my own, he's not bothered about me making some horseshoes.
I should ask, since you folks were so privy to telling me about that you might be in trouble. Who are you in trouble with, so I ought to know, in case they come about?
Douglas
Oh, sorry. I was thinking. What was that? What was that?
is asking who you're in trouble with. I don't know if you wanted to tell
Who
him or
I'm in
not.
trouble with? A few people.
I figure I ought to know in case they come snooping around. If I can recognize them ahead of time, I can...
They're wearing 10 badges, then they're easy to identify.
All right.
But luckily, they shouldn't be looking for anybody ever released around you. There, you know.
They have
not
rode
really a
through my
priority.
camp before, being nosy-like, and they thought Kurt was somebody who was going against the state as a rebel, and they thought he was another fella, and they took him from our camp. But we did get reimbursed for the time lost, made whole again for the entire day of hunting that was ruined by the law out the road's way.
Yeah, well, they ain't gonna be right. Well, if they ride through your camp, then they ain't looking for me. They don't know I'm around. I'm not really on their high priority list right now.
Well, that's good to know then, but usually I tell them peckerheads to get on, you're interrupting my work. They don't need to be nosy about our business. I don't care
No,
about
if they
none of
show
their
up-
investigations.
But if they do show up and I'm here, I ain't causing none of it. Then I'll just ride off or log, you know, whatever. Ride off and run away or whatever. And, well, you can just tell them I don't know that man and whatnot and so forth. you
Either
know?
way, just keep your head down. And I ain't gonna tell them nothing, so just say you're a worker I hired. An extra hand. I don't know everyone's life story I hire on, except for a few, such as Kurt. So when they said they wanted Kurt, I was real surprised. I said I've known him since he was 19 years old. Ain't no way he's the man you're looking for.
They were looking for him?
No, they thought he was somebody else. They thought he was lying about his name.
Oh, okay. About to say. You don't strike me as a man who, would expose himself to law like that.
He would not.
Damn. Rain's really coming down now.
It is pissing rain indeed. If you two want to get cover inside the back of the wagon, go for it. The fire's going out now.
Oh, it's fine. I've dealt with a lot of rain before, along with coats. Might try and find my coat though from the horse.
Hunter, welcome in, man. I'm glad you're excited. It's going to be some really good RP. All good things. Austin Wolf, how you doing? Welcome in the chat. Shalomo, again, man, thank you for that subscribe over on Twitch. And I'm glad you're watching on Kick, too. John behind him might come an independent doctor for the caravan. I would love that. We need that, Austin. That's what we need in our group. You'll get a lot of very unique RP out of it, too. I found some time to play today, so I was like, I want to get in bad.
You see anything out there?
No, not yet.
Yeah. I hear a horse in front of us.
I think somebody stopped and got off their horse. Stay here. We'll check it out.
Just like up on med kits and bandages for everything that could happen out on the road. Hell yeah. I like that you got a bunch of furniture too, so that you can set up your own like tent and like display your kit and stuff by your tent. Read in that second wagon, so you'll have like 3 or 4 wagons out on the road.
He's alright. He got a dare, I think.
All right.
Making me panic. God damn it.
They woke me is all. Just want to know what was going on.
Yeah, it's not good.
Large awning, large tent, tables, chairs, a couple of fur bedrolls, a cloth wringer for when our clothes get wet, coffee sets, whiskey sets, and fire and cooking pots. Hell yeah.
Well, wasn't an intruder, but I did get, well, I mean, might have been, but I got a deer.
No. I just panicked. You're shooting.
Yeah, there's a few folks that rode on by, took a look, and went into the tree line, so just keep your eye out. They probably saw us, and they're trying to get an accurate number how many there are. There's another one. Yeah, that's the same. That was the same horse with the same fucking rider. He's come down here twice now. What do you want to do? You want to move or you want to stay?
Fine. Have to wait.
I tell you, I've been on the road a long time. Problems come as they does. And sometimes you walk out the front door and all you know is you'll be shot in the chest with a rifle one day. That is what it is.
Yeah. We'll have to sleep soon, Sturgis, so if I can't help you, I'm sure somebody will be at the blacksmith to help you. If not, there's always tomorrow.
Well, how long is dawn off? Let me take a look at my pocket watch.
I think it's about to be early morning.
It is 2:15 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2:15.
That's a bad time. I got a wink of shut eye, so I guess I'll pack up camp and we'll get into town. I don't like the idea of it, but we'll ride careful.
Wish I could stay up a little later. Yeah. I should already be. couple riders coming up.
That ain't a couple. That's a whole lot.
That looks like one.
That's 7 in total.
I want to get your lantern.
Oh yeah. Worst case, probably just go back to where we were. I'll steal that sleeping bag. Or worst case, I'll stay up super late and just sleep a little bit, and then wake up, then sleep a little bit, then wake up. I guess that works too. I'm always tired anyway, so it don't make much difference.
Watch it now.
It's, okay.
At least we can see Blackwater from here. Just across the lake there.
Yeah, we shouldn't be too far. I am sleepy. Terrible. How could you? No, it's okay. I can sleep most of tomorrow if I wanted to. So. Are you calling me adorable? Gross. No, I am. I was trying to think of other words to call myself. I guess one word might have been scary earlier when I was threatening to shoot down the deputy's door for not fucking answering me when I knocked. There's plenty of them in there to answer me. They're just ignoring me. Pretty rude. There's like 5 or 6 of them inside, and I knocked like 2-3 times really loudly. It wasn't for my sake that I was going there, you know? They took something from somebody that quite literally, kidnaps and tortures deputies, and I was just trying to get them to give it back before he does those things again. So it wasn't even for me, it was for them and their safety. I mean, me quite frankly, well, literally for Frank, I mean, he does what he wants, but I'm just trying to keep them all safe, that's all. I just head there to make them stews and prop up the camp and make sure they have what they need, their bed rolls and stuff like that. I'm like the matriarch of the camp. I just go look after everybody and make sure they're fed. give them advice and try to keep them out of trouble. But you can't do everything for everybody, and sometimes people don't listen. And Frank's on a warpath that's going to end up with him 6 feet in the ground. But, it's just one of those things. I apologize, Sturgis, for making you ride in the dark, but hopefully my lantern's helping.
I'm just hoping we're there shortly is all.
Yeah, hopefully. No, I can't make wagons though. It's strawberry.
I know. Oh, I thought he was looking for places to shack up.
No, I think we're heading to Blackwater so you can get a new wagon.
Light's about to peek up over the cliffs anyways.
Mm-hmm. You'd think they'd be able to see this damn fucking bright-ass light in my hands and not almost run into me and my horse. I still had to move out of the way.
Some folks just ain't paid attention none.
No. That man also had a mask up, so I'd be surprised if they don't turn around and decide to try their luck.
Wolves.
Some wolves up ahead.
Careful now. Hopefully the wagon scare them off.
Yeah, it's down on this side.
They seem unsure about it. Go ahead and get across the bridge ahead of me.
Okay. I hear a horse coming, maybe?
I have no idea.
It's a wild horse.
Shoe Dog, how you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. How are you? Hell yeah, brother. Enjoy. Got myself a Gatorade and some liquor. I think it's gonna be a good evening of streaming. People are already really liking it a lot. We made enough money to buy a second wagon. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to get the Chuck 2. You're welcome, Austin. By the by, both of you, I have a bit of pay for the other day.
Oh, you're fine. I don't need pain.
Well, then I won't pay you.
If you want to pay him, you can do.
I'm sure Douglas wants pay.
I ain't gonna say no to free money.
Well, I say you work for it. I won't say it's free. Now, I ain't in the habit of giving out free money.
Not most folks are.
Yeah, whatever would have been my cut, just give a little extra to everybody else. I don't need the money. I'm just here to help.
All right.
I enjoyed the time, and
You're here for the experience, it sounds. Seeing the world like it is.
something like that. Yeah. I mean, I got a job on blacksmith, even though I'm probably the worst blacksmith there is because I'm never there, and I don't like staying in one place for too long. It was a pity job anyway. He was trying to help me. Trying to set my life straight. And he was like, well, I need some help here if you want to help. I'm like, okay.
Sounds I stole a good blacksmith for the road then.
Something like that. So if you need shoes or extra wheels or something, you let me know. Or, you know, something goes wrong with the axle underneath, I'll probably be able to put it back together. But yeah, I'd be able to fix her up. I'm just not too good at staying in one spot for a long, long time.
Trust me, Eve. I know the feeling exactly.
I mean, I'm a treasure hunter at heart, so I travel everywhere. I don't think there's a rock that goes unturned in Monroe with me.
I find myself on every road in every direction. With my head underneath the night sky with plenty of stars.
Yeah, so that's why I do this. I do not mind traveling at all, and it's how I grew up too. So. Watch out, puppy.
Get on, get now.
I'm gonna check my telegrams.
We'll be at the blacksmith, okay?
go because he's meeting with a lawman, and I don't trust that shit.
All right, so Chuck
You
2,
need to go now?
650. How much you think I'm gonna? What's going on?
650. He needs to go meet somebody. Don't know. Do you want me to come with you?
It's up to you. If you want, I can meet you up by the wagon if you want to go or not. I just don't know what's gonna happen when I get there.
Alrighty. Okay. Well, I'll get this sorted real quick, hopefully, and yeah.
Well, how much am I gonna owe you so I can go get the money right now?
Let me see. The Chuck 2 is only 600.
Oh,
Let me see what I can take off of it.
it's the one at the back that people can sit on, right? 'Cause I have the
Yes.
I have the Chuck 1.
Let's see. Yes. Give me 580, and I'll just tell McDuff to take 20 off my profit.
All right.
Right. Do you want anything fancy on it? Any tops? Any sides? You want to look over my shoulder while I make it?
I'd like to have a top on it that covers it well from the elements, since we're gonna be living in it sometimes.
Top like my one or like your one?
Let's go with that one. Let's go like mine.
The one that you have that covers the sides?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Nothing in the back.
What could you
Okay.
put in the back?
Empty, yeah?
What could you put in the back though?
A bunch of stuff. But you can come look over my shoulder. Go grab the money and we'll look over the shoulder. Unless you want to do that first, and then I'll just come with you to the bank. And then not be easier.
Let's just do it now.
Yeah, we go. Okay. I will come with you, I promise. Depends how much time you have.
I got a few minutes to spare.
Let's see what we got.
We'll just have to ride hard if we get it when we have to go.
Yeah, let me make sure there's enough pelts and shit in here. There is, okay. Chuck 2 needs a bunch of hides. I'll just grab a bunch of things and just try to remember what it needs.
Hey, where do I get the horses, or do you have some already?
Oh, we have the horses. We have the horses already. The stable boy has a few aside already for wagons. So we don't really get to choose what he brings out. He'll just bring them out. Alrighty, and I think it takes some nails and some bays and some copper bars. And nails. Where's the nails? Where's the nails? Nails. Please tell me there's nails. There is. Perfect. Let's see. That should be everything. Let me have a look. See, and I'll let you look over my shoulder. Alrighty, if you're ready to look over my shoulder, I have the wagon ready for you. I'll be in the blacksmith bench of Monroe.
The newspaper.
Yeah.
In the newspaper, where all the names are registered.
Perfect. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the chuck wagon too. I put the sides on it that you wanted, the canvas. This canvas, if that's okay for you. And you can sit 2 people in the back. What am I missing to make this?
I'd like lanterns as well on this one.
You want lanterns? Okay. I'm gonna have to grab a couple more iron bars and a couple more deer hides. Just give me 2 seconds.
All right.
And I can just make it for you. Alrighty. Here we go. Chuck 2 with that top, and then you want a lantern, so let's. Is that one okay for you? I think we got
That
a
one's
big
just
one
fine.
or a little one.
Big one's
This
just
one?
fine.
Alright, and then we got stuff in the back. You can have. Oh, not. I probably wouldn't suggest putting dynamite in the back.
I don't have a need for it.
Oh, some vases, some boxes and barrels, some meats and fish. They might stay in there right now, just ignore that. Some sacks and maybe a green thing at the front. I can't quite say. Some crates and some tools. Some more barrels.
That one right
some-
there is fine.
This one? Okay. And then I think you can have some funky stuff on the sides of it too, like the paintings and stuff. Livery. You care about fancy colors?
We'll see about it.
Yellows, reds.
Keep going.
I think there's just yellows and reds and stuff, and white. Yeah, there's not many.
That one's fine.
Oh, this one. Let me go back. This one?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or the one before it?
That one
That
looks
one?
just fine.
Beautiful. Okay. Alright. Here we go.
I can still put boxes in the back of it, right?
Yes, you can still put 8 boxes on the back of it. Oh, oh shit. I didn't go put money in the bank. Fuck. That's fucking right over there. Let me. Can you come here a second? Can you hold these things for me really quick
Sure.
while I run to the bank with him?
Okay.
Back in it. Let's go. Boy, you look finer than a clear night.
Seems like everybody who's clocked in and black.
All right.
Okay, phew. Sorry, I forgot I didn't have enough money in my bank to even pay for the horses. He's yelling at me saying, you don't have money for the horses, so. Let me see. Pop this in here. 580. Perfect. Let's go get that made real quick. Whew. Alright. I'm gonna jog there real quick so I can get it made and pass it off to you.
Douglas,
It
use
was
your
might
pen.
have been faster with you passing me everything.
Thank you.
Here for more days of work, you get a better percentage of the hoard when we sell it.
Was there anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Is that everything? Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, let me get this made. It was the prompts with the blue toolbox in it, right?
I have a little chest next to you as well. A couple of barrels.
Oh, the chest one. Yeah, that's the one. Chest. That's the one. Okay, got it. Perfect. Okay, build it. And then we'll go to the stables and I'll get it over to you.
Got it.
Just hoping I'm giving you the right one as well, so you have to check it put out for me just to make sure. Because I also have a chuck wagon in there. Let me flee my horse.
You slow?
Yeah, I still got a bunch of shit on me.
Okay.
Alright, and you're stable number 689. Let me see. Now, I'm not sure which one's which. So, pull it out, and if it's the wrong one, I gotta swap it. 689. If that's got boom things on it, it needs to go away real quick.
All right.
Yeah, because I have one of those. Can you pull it out for me, please? Fingers crossed it's not that one. Oh, thank God. Okay. All right, I gotta go.
All right, you take care.
Okay.
That's gonna be Glenn and Dale.
Yeah, I know.
Let me pull up the other one. Oh yeah, looking fresh. Kurt's getting this one. I like it. It's bigger. I like it. We got all kinds of things back here. And awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I like. Got ourselves a new, bigger wagon. We'll get a little farther on this one. Does it have more storage? I'll have to check about that. Yeah, he's gonna get, Kurt's gonna get a wagon. Why hand me down? No worries, Hobo. Do you notice anything different about my wagon? Like this seems like with that one you have a Belgian and a Surfolk Punch and our my name's okay. We're gonna go Glenn and Dale if they're both male. Well, I don't know their genders yet. I didn't check. The lanterns do work at night. Now time to get all the way back to Rhodes. They will be, yeah. I like everything kind of bounces in the back too. Looks a little awkward, but I think it also looks good. I look forward to seeing where things end us up at. I don't know if I'm gonna farm shiny. That's a lot of work. Cause it took me a couple hours to get that much material, and I only got 3 for it, you know? And so I'll have a lot of waste. I think we're gonna go stick to traveling around the map, doing the hunting stuff. I think that's a lot more immersive. I think I wanna try to pick up jobs to transport 4 people. I like how this wagon's like 1 rung longer than my last one. Praise be Dale, praise be Glenn. Yeah, I think we're gonna get some fishing rods and some gold pans as well. We're gonna go down new trails, try to find new game and new herbs to get that are commonly harvested maybe. I did transfer everything to this wagon. It took me a good minute. And I have the other wagon ready to give to Kurt when he's around.
Hello. Whoa!
Almost to Rhodes. Sturgis, you're out of your box. I can't wait to see how Kurt does with his new wagon. He's not gonna be on horseback as often. Something up ahead. Buzz, you're out of your box. Out here in the wilderness. I'm gonna start editing my next episode. Long ride. I feel like half my stream, like when there's a lot of people, it's like roleplay focused and that slow burn storytelling, and the other half is just ambient, like what's the word? You know, it's a stream you just put on like to listen to and relax to. Like what's the word for it? It's like AMSR. Those wagon noises, a little bit of music, and traveling across the state of Monroe. Western Amazar. That's what this is. Make way now. All by myself today, Batman. Yep, but we got a new wagon. We weren't alone earlier, but they had to get off. This is a new wagon. Different style. It's actually longer and bigger. It's got lanterns on it too. Different horses. I still have the other horses too. This is Glenn and Dale. Dale's the white one and Glenn's the red one. Yeah, I've read the list too. There's like other ones I'm interested in getting that are different, completely different styles that are more utility focused. Dale and Glenn. When we get to roads, we'll look at the weight capacity for this one. I believe they do. We'll see at night. It was goes for $650, I think, but I got it for $580. A little bit of a discount. I need a drink. Must be new. I'll put an extra lantern in the back. Make way now. Make way. Nice, short, easy stream. Dude, it sounds so empty. I bet everyone hangs out in Saint Denis or the West. That's what it seems like. Alright, I think I'm gonna put my wagon away. I think we're gonna call an early stream. Most of the crew can't get on. Jody's unfortunately looking for me, and I told him I went back to Rhodes. But I kind of want to do some other things IRL at the moment. But I appreciate you guys walking. My character can walk at a fast pace if he wants to, just usually chooses not to. Good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye-bye. I'm working on a new video, so we'll have it out in a couple of days, hopefully.